I will tell a little bit about the, what I say, the murder of my baby. I was 3 months pregnant. I was to the hospital in Germany. I had an ultrasound, and the person working in the hospital said the baby looked perfect, and the development, the heartbeat was perfect. I have video and photos of this. I go to Norway to have an appointment with my regular doctor there about it and things like that. Then I go by Arena Center, a bakery called Jordbærpiken, and there I get food poisoned. I end with a blown up belly, I end with diarrhea, I end with puking. And because of the blown up belly, difficult to breathe, so I walk from the Arena Center to Arendal Hospital. And in the hospital, they already say in the intake that it seems clear that I have been food poisoned. So I just wanted to check that my baby was okay because I was concerned, and I wait for about 1.5 hours. Then I have an ultrasound there in Arendal Hospital. It was a really young person who didn't seem to know what she was doing at all. She did not let me see anything on the screen. So I had the feeling I'm not allowed to see what she's doing or see anything myself. And then she said, yeah, I don't find a heartbeat. I have to say there was no complications in my pregnancy so far, and no blood. There was nothing in my body that told me that something was wrong with my baby. Then I was sent into a room with 2 people who push me and say all the time, you have to take this tablet, Mifegyn or something, Mifegyn, it's abortion tablet. I said, I don't want to take abortion, I want to keep, I want to have the baby, and I don't believe that there is no heartbeat to be found, because I was just in Germany and then still everything was all fine. And the person there said that everything was perfect in development and everything looked healthy and just how it's supposed to be. Anyway, if you read the journals belonging to it, you see the same kind of lies and twisted around on things as in Angel Maria's case and the documents belonging to that. Like for example, they want to let it seem that I live in Norway and that I am in regular psychological treatment, which is all bullshit. I've been living in Holland and Germany for soon 4 years, since January 2019. So, who was my boyfriend stood wrong there. All kind of other information was wrong there. It was just a bunch of lies to cover up what they actually had done. I have had a lot of guilt feelings after that, that I let myself be fooled to take the tablet, but I tell myself, of course, I was in a kind of a shock, and I should have understood when the person not let me even see something on the computer there, that something was not right. So when I started to really think that here this is not something strange here, so I went down to ask for the already written journals of intake and stuff like that for it, but they denied to give it to me, so I left the hospital, but then I already had taken the tablet. They encouraged me and pushed me to take. In the journal belonging to it, it didn't stand one word that I came into the hospital with food poisoning. It only stood, they made it more seem like that I have had asked for help for take abortion, which couldn't be more far away from the truth. I wanted to have kept this baby. At collar line is when the tablet had started to work. When I was at, because I left the hospital and went to the car and wanted to fly back to Germany because I was traumatized what they had done to me there in Norway, and thought, okay, I cannot be here. They even kill my unborn babies. I don't get help in hospital. They rather use it against to do severe things to me, like just mentioned. And at collar line then came the first blood when I was to the toilet. And then I drove for 9-10 hours with Veien alone in the car from Hirtshals to Rheinberg in Germany. Then when I arrived and in the bed, wheel burst started with push Veien and all these things lasted a couple of hours. And I sat with my own foster in my own hands and was crying my eyes out and a lot of guilt feelings. And then after I had birth depression for 3 weeks, I lay in the bed in foster position. And I decided, because it bothered me so much and all the guilt feelings, and that it bothered me when I saw other children that would have been the same age he would have been if they wouldn't have murdered him. So I decided to contact the fylkesman about it, and when I explained how they had done it there, she said that it's clearly a hospital mistake he had done, and it's not how it's supposed to have been done. So she sends a letter and requests that they will send her the proof that the heart was not to be found, which of course doesn't exist because my baby was perfectly alive. They only used that as an excuse when I was already in a shock to make me take abortion tablets to do the abortion they wanted me to do, because again it wouldn't fit them if I would have a child for the lies they have created around me belonging to what they do to my daughter. Anyway, I found it, the whole thing is strange, so I started to investigate a little bit further, like looking for abortion rituals, etc., etc. And found, because I found it simply too bizarre that they could really kill a baby only for the reason that wouldn't fit the lies they had created about me if I would be a mother to a child who just as happy as and well taken care of as my daughter were when she was in my care before they kidnapped her. So I found that Illuminati and satanic groups were doing actually rituals, like abortion rituals, doing unwillingly abortions to women. And it's quite shocking. But so I don't know if it was only they killed him only because of that it wouldn't fit the lies they have created about me, or if it also was like an abortion ritual they did, but that I don't know, but at least both options it might have been. And and the fylkesman who sent them a letter to the hospital and requested documentation and stuff, that of course is not there. When I posted that on Facebook with her name, then suddenly after she was not to be reached. And so somebody clearly threatened her to not take the case further for justice. And it's shocking, really shocking to know that these kind of things is really getting done on even hospitals. And as I said, on the journey belonging to it, didn't even stand that I came to the hospital at the first place because of food poisoning. So they even tried to cover that up. I will always have an empty space inside for the loss of Luca, and I can never forget what the people did to Luca there, and also the traumatic weeks and months I have had after, and giving birth to my 3-month-old baby in a bed after driving for between 8 and 10 hours, holding it in my own hand, knowing that somebody else actually fooled me to take, pushed upon me a tablet and chemical that had killed him. And I don't know if this is done only to me or more people, but at least I'm the living evidence, and that it got done to me. So I can only hope it doesn't get done to other people, because this is simply too bizarre, unhuman, and really, really terrible. It was an unborn baby, 3 months old. And why? Just because it was my baby. And you don't want to know how tired I am of the lies they create about me, and the lies they have told my daughter, the lies they tell about her. I'm so tired of it, and I so need and wish for to be able to be let in peace and just have a normal life, that I can go to police, I get help like other people, I go to hospital, I get help like other people, and that none of these things are getting used towards me to hurt me, to ruin me, to the opposite. It is really, really crazy. And but yeah, this is what happened, and there's only more detailed explanation when I say they murdered my baby Luca, 3 months old.